thought process for me. It's one of the reasons, I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Y'all heard that, right? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Dad, you're so crazy.
Oh boy, Shannon Sharpe. Now, I'm not playing that for the reason that y'all think. And the reason I'm not playing it for the reason that y'all think, simply because I tend to not blame or hold Shannon Sharpe accountable for a number of reasons. But before I give y'all my thoughts, we're going to hear everything. We're going to hear everything. And I want y'all to hear everything. We're going to listen to it together. All right? So let's go ahead and get into it.
I say you're just going to like get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Shannon Sharpe is wearing clean clothes because he's aired out all his dirty laundry. In an effort to defend himself, he's airing out everything about their relationship.
Shannon Sharpe stepping away from ESPN in the wake of rape accusations, saying he needs to handle the, quote, false and disruptive allegations set against me. He's also now sharing a lot of information about his relationship with his accuser, admitting he may be into kinky stuff, but insisting he's no rapist. According to his team,
it was from the get-go.
So I want to pose the question. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Shannon Sharpe is wrong for having a kink? Do you think he is wrong? We ain't talking about the age difference. Do you think he is wrong? Legally, do you think he is wrong? I want you to answer that question. We're not talking about the age difference. We're not talking about the fact that he's 56 and she was 19. We ain't talking about none of that. Because we're going to get there too.
What some people would call very kinky sex. BDSM, and that the sex was from the start about choking, putting on dog collars, handcuffs.
And that the audio clip her lawyer released was just how they talk to each other.
I might choke you in public.
Shannon Sharpe audio recording. I might choke you in public. Let me run that back a little bit. Just so, make sure you pay attention to the tone in which he is saying it too. Pay attention to the tone.
I might choke you in public.
Does that sound like somebody that's an aggressor? Does that sound like somebody who meant that in regards to an act of violence? Does it sound like that to y'all? I'm just asking the question.
Big black guy chose small white woman.
And he's saying there's clearly a difference between rough sex and forcible sex. He knows the difference. It's like a weird thing to say. It's like, I'm going to choke you in public. Oh, no, you're going to choke me? It's like saying, oh, have I been bad?
Ew, don't.
He did that.
And in one released text message, the accuser says she was upset about one of their encounters and added, I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Now, what about Sharpe's attorneys saying they offered her at least $10 million to settle, which she refused?
Why would his...
Okay, you were offered $10 million. So what do y'all think that means? When he says that, look, or what the information that they're giving out is, hey, we'll throw you $10 million. Do you think that's to cover it up? Or do you think it's one of those situations, look, I'm not trying to deal with this right now. I got a lot of shit going on. Take the money and go about your business because I'm not going to go through all this right now. I ain't got the time or the energy. Which one do you think it is? It's not always a cover-up. Real talk.
Attorney offer that up publicly. To me, her turning it down shows that it's not a money grab. No, it shows that it's a bigger shakedown.
What's more, sources say she initiated the BDSM sex, and this went on for about 2 years.
Their regular routine was that Shannon, then they would.
Goddamn, but that's a lot. All right, let's get to it. Here we go.
Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z and P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor.
Yep.
Which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September.
Before we keep going, have y'all not realized what's been going on in 2025 today? Have y'all not realized all the shakedowns that's been happening right now with a lot of this Me Too shit? Now, I'm not. Let me set the precedent, because I know you get a lot of emotional people who take shit what you say the wrong fucking way. What this situation shines a light on, it shines a light on a lot of liars. And these liars make it hard for the actual victims. That's what I'm saying. It makes it hard for the actual victims, because now when you say certain things, people ain't believing that shit. That's why they say, nah, I need to know the full of everything that has happened. I'm not just gonna take your word for it. Because let's be honest, a lot of y'all out here trifling. And if you a hit dog, you gonna holler. It is what it be.
Last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media yesterday.
Let's see. Statement by Lanny J. Davis, counsel to Shannon Sharpe. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're bleeping me. We know what the bleep part is. Gabriella Zuniga in a text message to Shannon Sharpe, October 7, 2023. I know you missed the big juicy.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
25K for each cheek.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Boy, Shannon, you a nasty motherfucker, boy. I tell you. Gabrielle Zuniga in text message to Shannon Sharpe, January 1st, 2025. All right, so at 9:50 p.m. So this lawsuit filed by Gabriella and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and they will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes it in her lawsuit, consensual X continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25K.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Per cheek. As quoted above from her text message to Mr. Sharpe, there are other examples of text from Ms. Zuniga. For example, only if you put that gravy in me. Gravy? The fuck? Maybe I'm tripping. I can do whatever I want to me. Or you can do whatever you want to me. I'm pretty sure that's what they meant. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my beep, 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 and then marry you. I'm pretty sure that big black baby. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, January 12th, 2024. So this been going on for a hot ass minute. That's my daddy. That's my daddy blank. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 6, 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Interesting. Interesting. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 11, 2024. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic actual communications initiated by Ms. Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, actual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages that the actual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her planning setup as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Boy, that's wild. You hear me? That is wild. So, hold on. Before I move on, so for all of y'all people who are holding Shannon Sharpe, Mr. Shannon Sharpe accountable, I need y'all to also hold Ms. Zuniga accountable as well. Because y'all like to call her a teenager, but yet she's saying a lot of egregious shit in these text messages. So you telling me she don't know what she's doing? You telling me she don't know right from wrong? But yet you think she's being manipulated? Come on, fam. Come on, dog. We ain't dumb. We ain't playing dumb today. We ain't being dumb today. I swear we ain't. We ain't doing it. We're not doing it today. Not today. Not today. We ain't doing it. Y'all ain't finna play with me. You ain't finna play with me in my face. Absolutely not. No diddy.
Today and released
Not
a
today,
series of allegedly sexually explicit by Gabriella Zuniga.
Y'all ain't playing in my face today. This lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filed with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed.
And orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attorney Tony Busby. Sponsor that clip. Shannon Sharpe went back to
speak to you directly.
So this is the clip of Shannon Sharpe talking about, hey, he gonna fight back.
And from the heart, this is a shakedown. I'm gonna be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation.
$50 million? God.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
50 million. Shit.
Trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Talk your talk, big dog.
Well,
let's see what this nigga got to say.
It's a sad situation.
Yep, it is.
I
agree.
Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely.
Of course.
And I can't thank him enough for it.
Of course.
We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that.
Hold on, before I let it keep going, but this mustache is egregious. God damn. Bro, just cut the mustache off, Stephen A. Either cut it off or grow a thicker one, dog. That mustache ain't doing it for me. That pencil stripe ass mustache you got going on with, man, just cut it off, dog. Either cut it off or grow it out a little bit thicker, dog. You tripping.
I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here. So all I can speak about is what I know.
Okay.
Based on the reports.
Okay.
And I can speak about ESPN and Disney. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive of ESPN, who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today letting you know that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach.
Okay.
Because I owe them that courtesy.
Okay. Spit it out, goddammit. Spit it out.
With that being said, it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and then everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And I know that. I'm fully aware of that. This is not a criminal case.
Right.
So there is no concern about him going to jail.
Right.
This is a civil case, which means that he can either be found liable or not liable. The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe on that video today.
Man,
according to the report.
Get to the point. You dragging it along, big dog. Get to the point. Get to the point.
It's somebody that he met in 2023, who was 19 years old at that particular moment in time. According to...
Still in the dope, by the way. Still in the dope. Got to put it out there because y'all, I swear y'all, still in the dope. And had an OnlyFans.
Some audio that was put out earlier today by Attorney Busby. You hear the accuser, the female, talking to somebody who is alleged to be Shannon Sharpe. We don't know whether that's true or not. And the person in question, again, we don't know whether it's Shannon or not, the words choke. as in I will choke the hell out of you if I saw you. And so because of that, knowing that audio was probably going to come out along with additional tapes, whether they be video or audio is unclear at this particular moment in time.
Okay.
Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense.
As he should.
How we interpret that. Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn.
Between what?
In terms of his response. On one hand, Tony Busby has sued Jay-Z. He did sue Diddy. He did accuse them or represented the woman who was accusing them of assault, of sexual assault.
Okay.
And said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic.
Okay.
And emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
The case was dropped, and now he's suing Busby, mentioning words like extortion and other things.
Mm-hmm.
So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired and talked about him being extorted.
Hey, make sure you liking the live, man. Make sure you liking the live and sharing this too. Share this with your friends.
He brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past. And he talked about him, going against African-American men.
Okay.
There's two thoughts there. On one hand, there's the Jay-Z,
okay,
who obviously should be presumed innocent, not just because you should be presumed innocent until found guilty, but because of the manner in which he fought on his own behalf and has been very aggressive in going after Tony Busby. In the case of P. Diddy, you don't know what to believe. Again, the case against Jay-Z was a civil suit. Diddy was a civil suit.
Okay.
But in Diddy, you don't know what to believe because of all the allegations he's facing.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't forget that Tony Busby was also the person that represented at least 24 of the 27 women that accused Deshaun Watson of sexual misconduct along with other allegations. And at least 23 of those cases were settled. So we have an obligation to mention that. So on one hand, going on the offensive to defend himself, I completely understand where Shannon Sharpe is coming from. On the other hand, when his legal team issued out the press release on X yesterday, and they spoke about, they mentioned her name, and they revealed some of those explicit text messages, that was uncomfortable. And I don't know if that's a strategy that would work. One of the hardest things in the world for all of us to do is to just lay low and be quiet.
No.
And let our legal team do it. And we don't always know whether or not that's the right thing to do. I know, and I can tell you all that I spoke to Shannon, not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us?
All I gotta say is this: look at it from a different perspective. A person who jumps out there and is willing to put themselves on the line, to put themselves out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna get in front of this. You're not gonna play with me in my face. So I'm gonna put out all the information, not just a 30-second clip. I'm gonna put out the full 10 minutes. If that means I'm exposing the things that I like to get into, the type of kinks that I have, so be it. Because what you're not about to do is sit here and put smut on my name. That's what you're not about to do. And so when you look at it like that, same thing Jay-Z did is like, nah, fam, what you not about to do is play in my face. Talk about a 13-year-old. Nah, we finna get in front of this. We gonna get in front of it. We gonna go ahead and knock this out the park. We're not gonna give you some watered down, yeah, I got a legal team, we're gonna make sure that we're fighting and doing the best that they can. Nope, they gonna say, nah, you are out your fucking mind. I'm gonna fight this to the goddamn end because ain't no fucking way you finna sit there and tell me and put smoke on my name. You crazy as hell.
I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN.
Listen. Stephen A is protecting his bag, bro. Stephen A is protecting his bag. So he's going to play both sides. He's going to be on the fence on the situation. He's going to say, yeah, I talked to Shannon Sharpe. He's a great friend of mine. He's helped my platform grow exponentially. Kudos to him. He's a great dude. I talked to him. He said, and he told me that he ain't have shit to do with none of this, right? He's not guilty. And then on the other hand, you got other information, other people saying the same thing. Well, he's definitely guilty. So he's in between that. So he's like, look, I'm going to stay in this gray area right here where I can give my thoughts, but I'm not going to lean hard to one to either side because it could potentially fuck up my bag. And I'm not about to fuck up my bag. It's a strategic move when you look at it from that perspective. So I can't really be mad at Stephen A. I can't be mad at him because when it comes down to the bag, hey, listen, homeboy, listen. Unless it's somebody that I truly rock with and I know for sure I can put my last dollar on them, like, man, nah, they ain't that kind of person. Yeah, I'm a ride for them. But if it's somebody that I barely know, if I know you, we had conversations, and from the outside looking in, you seem like you legit, you seem like you square, but I don't know what you do in your personal time. Yeah, I'm protecting the bag, homie. I'm protecting the bag. In most cases, shit, I even tell my best friends, hey, bro, don't put me in no fucked up position. Do not put me in no fucked up position where it's going to fuck up my life, my bag, or my well-being. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I love you, but I'm not going down with you. That's a fact. I'm not going down with you. You can call me a square all you want. You can call me lame. You can call me a duck. You can call me whatever you want. I ain't going down with you. You crazy as hell.
I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN.
Yeah.
But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means. In my perfect world, this equates to Jay-Z, where the case ultimately dropped and Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere, doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco, doing Club Shay Shay, and ultimately gets this $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign just a couple of days before this report came out.
Yeah. Ain't that convenient? Ain't that convenient?
In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be false. But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are about to go down, considering who Mr. Busby is and how emphatic his client is proclaiming that she is right and she's telling the truth. I don't know where this is going to go.
Man, ain't nobody finna believe no thought pocket, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Ain't nobody believe in that, dog. Because you ain't finna take the angle that she's 19 years old. Yo, you being young, you weren't talking about how young she was when she got her OnlyFans. Yep, and I'm going to continue to keep saying that so y'all can get that imprinted in y'all head. She's an OnlyFans girl. She knew what she was doing from the jump. So because she's an OnlyFans girl, she probably was doing this shit underage too. Not the OnlyFans, but she probably was out here busting it open for a real one at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Guaranteed. So we're not going to play that game. No, we not. No, we not. No, we are not. No, we are not. Because you got 30 and 40 and 50, 60, 70-year-olds, 40-year-old women right now who out this bitch, they still act like teenagers. Even when their frontal lobe is fully developed, they're still acting like teenagers out here in these streets. So I don't want to hear it. That's not an excuse. And the receipts that just pulled out right here, Shorty, what we talking about right now? What we talking about? You just trying to come up. OnlyFans must not be working too well for your big dog. Crazy as hell.
I can't speak to anything else. I don't know who Shannon Sharpe's legal team is and what they're suggesting. I imagine that everything that has transpired has been at the behest of his lawyers, not just himself. I can tell you again that when I spoke to him, he is emphatic in stating his innocence, that this is a shakedown.
It is.
To use his words. How wise it is it to use those kind of words when a civil matter of this nature is out there? When you have a podcast and you have advertisers and sponsors and you work for ESPN and they have advertising sponsors, I don't know. What can we say if any of us were in that position and we felt or were proclaiming we were innocent? I don't know. And I'm not about to pretend. I just wanted to make sure that I echoed to all of you that the only reason I spoke on this issue is because he works with me 2 days a week. He's on national television. He was on national television with me today. He was on national television with me yesterday.
That nigga Stephen A. swear he don't be want to have talk about these conversations. Bro, you know you be chomping at the bits ready to talk about these type of conversations. He be swearing up and down, dog. He be swearing.
Security. Somebody come get him.
He be swearing up and down, bro. Man, you know, the only reason I'm talking about this conversation is because, you know, I work with him twice or 3 times out the week. You know, technically, I really didn't want to have this conversation. So therefore, you know, but I got to talk about it because that's where the money comes at. I got to make sure I protect the bag. Stop playing with me, bro. You know you want to talk about that. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro. At the end of the day, at the end of it all, at the end of the day, now I can say my piece. At the end of it all, I do not hold Shannon Sharpe accountable. I do not think that he is in the wrong. I think that OnlyFans chick is trying to shake down. She's trying to get some money up out of him. It's gonna bust. It's gonna explode on her face. Pun intended. And she's gonna lose. And what this also sheds a light on is that there's a lot of women out here lying just to get their bag up. There's a lot of women who are trying to make a come up off a lot of these rich dudes. Yeah, can a lot of men be more careful? Sure, fair. Okay, I can concede to that. However, at the end of the day, if a bitch want to come at you, guess what? She gonna do what she can do. She gonna make up some bullshit. You shake her hand. He SA'd me because he shook my hand and then he rubbed it gracefully, then snapped me on my behind. What? So they can make up a story. They can make up a lie right in your goddamn face and be crying and everything, and you gonna believe it. But what y'all aren't understanding is that a lot of these lies then hurt the actual victims out here. The actual women who are out here being essayed, the actual women out here who are being great. Because y'all trying to come up on the bad because you too fucking lazy to get out there and bust it and actually go to fucking work. We ain't talking about busting it down on OnlyFans. We ain't talking about that. We talking about real fucking grinding, earning it and not being given, earning your keep, actually putting in the fucking work. Now, mind you, there are also women out who grind the fuck out. They put in the fucking work. They go and get it. You hear me? Because it brings it back. I told y'all I was gonna circle back on this. Two situations. A lot of women, let me start with this one. First and foremost, everybody was championing Tracee Ellis Ross about her liking younger men.
Thought process for me. It's one of the reasons, I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot
championing. Good go, girl. Stella got her groove back. Go and get your young man. Go and get your young stud and show them how y'all older ladies do it. Show them how y'all silver foxes do it. Y'all championing that. Michelle Obama championing it. Oh, let me clock that T. Let me step forward on that. What you mean? But then when it comes to a man doing it, then it's egregious. It's disgusting. He's targeted. He's predatory. All of these different things and names y'all call a man because he likes a younger woman. He's interested in a more attractive younger woman. All of a sudden it's egregious. All of a sudden it's predatory. All of a sudden he's targeting her. But when it comes to a woman, it's Stella got her groove back. She can do what she wants. She can be a choice for a woman if she wants to. She got her preference. She knows who she is as a woman. She's been through the ringer. She's earned to choose what she wants. She knows exactly what she wants, but a man don't. A well-developed man, a man who's going through the ringer to work himself up, to build himself up, to become the best version of himself in every aspect of the name or of the word. And then all of a sudden he gets shitted on when somebody come out here lying because he busting down or he has a certain kink that he like. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? What is wrong with y'all? Is it the fact that he's a black man and he's successful and y'all want to see a black man? And mind you, I'm not Mr. Black Power. That's not me. I'm not that kind of guy. But it tends to happen. Either it's a feminist, or a black woman who don't want a feminist. That's a man or a woman, either one, because both I've seen them, black men that are feminists and black women that are feminists, right? Then feminists as a whole, black, white, orange, yellow women, that just can't stand men. So therefore, they're gonna hold the man accountable for everything. Even if he ain't did nothing wrong, they still gonna hold him accountable. That's why sometimes you just can't go with the crowd all the time, because a lot of them, they just jump on the bandwagon and it's an echo chamber. Nah, I ain't trying to be in that echo chamber. Absolutely not. Because I look at things objectively, I take my emotions out of it. But when this man has become successful, he's worked his ass off, Hall of Fame NFL player, then was able to leave the NFL and then create and build a solid platform, finna get to an even bigger bag, and all of a sudden you want to jeopardize. It ain't got shit to do with her being white. It ain't got shit to do with that. It ain't got shit to do with race. None of that. It's a simple shakedown. Simple shakedown. And I don't agree with it. And all fingers need to be pointed at her. I said to myself, and I conceded to it in many of my comments, because a lot of people going crazy on my posts on Instagram. They talking about, oh, you crazy. Oh, no, it's Shannon's fault. He 56 years old. He should know better. He shouldn't be talking to younger women. He should know better. He need to be talking to these older women. Monique told him. Monique said it. Nah. I need y'all to have that same energy for Tracee Ellis Ross. Or hold the phone, rewind it back. How about y'all have that same energy for Joy Taylor? Because I heard a lot of people was over there championing her and what she was doing. She was ready to set up one of the guys there. She was ready to set them up just so that way she can level up. She was ready to put an SA charge on the. She was ready to put an SA charge out there. Straight up lie. That's exactly what she was about to do. And y'all was championing it. Y'all was championing that shit. Oh yeah, girl, get to it. Get your bag and do what you gotta do. But when it comes to the man, though, on every fucking aspect, nah, bro, nah, you wrong for that. You 56 years old, man. You gotta do better, dog. Fuck out of here, man. Out of my face, bro. Get out of my face. Wanna hear that shit? Should be pissing me off. But hey, man. Again, I said it before. I'm on Shannon Sharpe's side. I don't think he did anything wrong, and I hope that he sued the shit out of both of them. And I hope he get to an even bigger bag on top of what he already signed for. On top of it, I'm talking about. I hope he wipe his ass clean. I hope Busby get disbarred. I'm talking about the whole nine. I said it. I sure damn did. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Listen. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments and also scrolling across the screen right now.